What's up, y'all? This is the G-flat concert scale video for E-flat transposing instruments. That is just the alto and bari sax. If you are any other instrument, you're in the wrong place. Go away. All right, let's get her started. It is called G-flat concert, so we label that up here. And your first note is not G-flat, but it's still the G-flat concert scale. All right, so we got that. Now a transposing thing. We use the circle of fourths for lots of stuff, and one of them is transposing. And you can transpose anything to your instrument using that. We first find our first note, G flat down there. That's the name of the pitch. You always go 3 clicks counterclockwise to find your first pitch. So I'm going counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3 clicks. There's your first pitch. That's what scale you're playing. So I go to these boxes down here and I start writing letter names. My first note is E flat. Then we write letter names in the rest of the boxes in alphabetical order. I'm just going through the alphabet. When I get to H, there is no H, so I start over and go A, B, C, D, and I'll end up with the note that I started on. Okay, so now I have letter names. But now I got to figure out how many flats do I have. So we go back up to the circle. This top of the circle right here is 0 flats and 0 sharps. Then from there, you can see I'm adding flats as I go in this direction. So I go 0 flats, 1, 2, 3 flats. That was your starting note. So I know I have 3 flats. What are they? Order of flats is always the same. I just pronounce it Beadgcf. B-E-A-D-G-C-F. They always go in the same order, no matter how many there are. In this case, there are 3. They are B, E, and A. Bang, bang, bang. So I go to my letter names down here at the bottom, and I add a flat by B. By E, I already had them because that's the name of the scale. And then A. So there's my 3 flats I've entered in. The E only counts as 1 because there's just 2 E's. So now I have all the letter names. I'm ready to play a scale. So let's go next page and we'll draw ourselves a key signature. First, treble clef, big vertical line, small loop, big loop like that, and we'll tail at the bottom. If your treble clef is kind of junky, that's okay. You had 3 flats. They were B, E, and A, so I always want to go in order from left to right when I write them in. B flat goes there, then I move over for E flat, move over for A flat. So notice it goes the same order here. B, E, A in that order goes here. B, E, A left to right. Your starting pitch is different for bari sax than it is for alto sax. The altos are going to start on this E flat and climb up from there. Bari sax is going to start down on the bottom of the staff and climb up from there. All right, I now have starting pitch. I have letter names here, so I can use those to highlight a fingering chart for the 3rd page. So I'm going to add a fingering chart. For me, right now, just for ease of what I'm doing, I'm going to grab it from the Allegro Band folder. Google might be a better solution for you. So I've got a fingering chart, and I'll do screenshot. You probably know a better way than I do. Then I'll chuck the screenshot in here. Stretch it out so it's some sort of readable size. And then I grab my highlighter, and using the letter names from up here, this guy here, I'm going to take those letter names into this fingering chart. So my first note was E flat. We'll say I'm a bari sax player. I started on this bottom E flat. Then I had an F. Then I had a G. Then I had an A flat. Then I had a B flat. It should be B flat, by the way, so that's not the right fingering, but at least it's the right pitch. C, then D, and then the top note was E flat. If I were an alto player, again, same thing. This was your first note here. E flat, F, G, A flat. Should be B flat, C, high D natural, and then high E flat with some palm keys. Okay, so now I've got letter names. I've got the fingering chart highlighted the right way. I'm ready to turn this assignment in, but then also practice my eyes out so I can play this scale using that fingering.